Yo, what's going on, y'all? Y'all chilling? How your mama doing? That's what's up, man. Hey, yo, I'm QC. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to No Artist Info presents Art versus Life. You know, shout out to our homies DVD, Dan Victor Does for the help on the back end. And today we're gonna be talking with one of our homies, Hope 808. Hope, how you doing?
I am doing so good. I'm really happy to be here and just talking to you.
I'm happy you here too, yo. You know what I'm saying? We got a chance to, to meet your Doc Martens, hit a backstory on those, and all of that shit. Nice taste.
Still going strong.
You heard? You gotta make it work out here. If I'm not mistaken, you're a DJ?
Yeah, no, I do play here from time to time. Yeah. And it's been really fun.
Yeah? Quick question though, where you from?
I am actually from Queens.
You from Queens?
Yeah.
Oh, word?
I'm from Far Rockaway.
So you Indian?
Yep. What?
Oh, for real? You was playing along with it?
No. No, definitely not.
So Queens, what part of Queens?
Yeah, Far Rockaway,
Rockaway
Beach area.
Copy.
So, yeah, and now I live right here in Bushwick.
So question, like, so some of the, you spun at Starr Bar. What's some of so you spun like Saturdays, Fridays, Sundays even, I think, here and there. How'd you even, what are some of the things you like to spin? You know what I mean?
It's funny, like when I first started, I was mostly doing like house and techno, but just kind of like as I've been getting more into it and playing like kind of like different crowds, different spaces, different vibes, like I've come to like playing more like disco and funk music, hip hop, pop, like it really just kind of varies now because it's fun to kind of like be like a chameleon and kind of like play for different groups of people and see what different people like and kind of stuff like that.
Like explore, like it's fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Exploring and being like, oh, I like this too.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel you when I heard you spin. I ain't gonna lie, you're a great DJ, baby.
Thank you.
I don't just fling that around.
I appreciate it.
I could tell you really enjoy what you play and you into it. That's a big deal for me.
Yeah, it's like it started off as just like a hobby, but it's become like a passion of mine. It's super fun.
So, quick question. So, growing up, like, how was music present in your life?
So, I've actually been a musician my entire life. Like, I play drums, actually.
Drum?
Yeah, so, I've played drums since I was, like, 11 or 12. And that was just always, like, an influence in my life, like, taking lessons, playing in bands. And then once I got to college, I was still drumming and playing music, but I wanted to kind of like just try something different. And it started from just like being the aux person all the time. To I was like, wait, like I could actually do this like as a thing.
Yeah. Hearing the drummer background makes me happy too, because just from what I've seen and just from knowing drummers and just seeing bands in action, the rhythm of the whole song, relies on you.
Exactly.
So if the guitarist fuck up, and the vocalist on, so you're setting the rhythm for the thing.
Yeah. We set the tempo. We set kind of just like in my opinion, the heart and soul of the songs. And DJing is like similar in that actually you are the one in control. You are setting the vibe.
Yeah. That's a very important dynamic right there. For those who seen Don't Be a Menace. Message. Anyway, I'm glad to hear that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, cause I DJ too, and one of the things that I talk about, or I like try to be mindful about, especially when DJs that's like looking to learn and craft, is the rhythm. Even if you shift it, make sure it feels deliberate.
Exactly.
And I noticed that in your style, like your stuff flows together. Like you know how to do something to make a person want to do a two-step at least.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, like I just want people to want to dance, because when I go out, like I just want to dance. Like it's so simple and it's so stupid.
It can be so simple.
It's so simple, but like when I go out, there's so many. I mean, I've become like a snob almost, where like if I'm not vibing with the music, I'm like, fuck it, I'm leaving. Like it's so important to like. When you want to just let off some steam with your friends, like the music has to be right. It has to be there. Yeah.
That's why these are interesting times now, because DJing has become so accessible now.
That's true.
And there's pros and cons to that. I believe, I'm curious your thoughts on it, because before you need to be able to have these multiple $1,000 decks. You need to have a bunch of records. You need to be able to have a Toyota Tahoe to be able to load all these.
No, and it's true. I mean, in a lot of ways, like
Ford Explorer.
I'm super new to this, but like, I'm actually thankful for that. The fact that it's so accessible, because like I'm, pretty fresh out of college. Like I'm like pretty, getting my footing here, like in Brooklyn. Like I don't have like thousands of dollars to spend on like this like top of the line equipment, and like, like I wish I could, but like it's just right now currently I can't. But because there's practice spaces available, and there's like, there's decent equipment for that's affordable, that helps me just get started, and eventually I'll get to the point where I can get those like standard decks and stuff. But
industry standards and all that.
Yeah, exactly. I would like to get to that point, but it's just realistically, I'm not there yet, like financially. So it's nice that like I'm still able to do this, and get my footing doing it.
Right, and what's beautiful about that is that we get to hear your music.
Yeah.
Without that, we wouldn't have been able to hear, what you have to say musically and stuff.
Exactly.
And it goes back to what you were saying, how like you'll go to a place and if the DJ not hitting you out of there, that goes back to the drawback sometimes of how accessible DJing can be, because any old Tom, Dick, and Harry can just grab something and just be like, oh, I'm a DJ, without it having to be like before. You'd be like, all right, you're helping the DJ with the vinyls and whatever, and then when you're ready, you get on it. So that's like a challenge, and that's why like important, discussion like this are important, to hear. Like a lot of people don't really get these types of insights on like from other people that DJ, and what their experience is and like things they've gone through and inspire them. So that's one reason I'm glad you're here.
It's also worth mentioning that like it is definitely one of those things where like just like being like a woman in this field, like I can tell that I do have to work like a little bit harder to like get the gigs and kind of like prove myself, as opposed to like some dude that has Serato and and says he's a DJ. Like I think a lot of times like venues will just kind of take their word for it, and then they start spinning, and you're like, it's not really great. It's not really hitting, because like they didn't have to really do anything to get that job the way that I have to like kind of have like a back and forth with like management. Like I have to send my mixes. Like I have to prove myself. I have to prove that I'm good enough. And on one hand, it's good because then people are like, okay, like I know what you can do. Like they know my stuff, but also I do have to put in just a little bit more to kind of even get my foot in the door, kind of thing.
I can see that in the way you even present yourself as a DJ when you come in for a gig. You're very like I can see that you like I'm like that you're not taking this for a joke.
No,
and that I can tell that people have tested you to see if you're really about your shit or not.
Oh, for sure.
So it's kind of depressing to hear about like how that is for you, but I can also see like what it's carved you into as far as you're not taking it lightly where you're at, because that'd be the drawback sometimes. People that could just waltz into it like I'm a DJ and they take up the space and they're just not even taking it seriously.
Exactly, and it's what sucks is a lot of times those people, they get the jobs and then like it's just like maybe not that the skills aren't there, but like you said, like they're not taking it seriously, and like it's a passion of mine. Like I take it very seriously. I love doing it, so like I want to be good at it, kind of thing.
That makes my heart smile. You know what I mean? Like, cause I feel the same way, man. Like, cause I growing up, like, just access to spaces, whether just the party or the perform at or the DJ at. Is you wind up coming across these walls, these ceilings. You know what I mean? You're just not really accessible. And then when you finally get there and you see the people that end up there, you're like, how the hell did this motherfucker get here?
Exactly. I will say I've run into the same thing with being a female drummer. Like, it's a very like male dominated kind of space, music in general, but especially like it's just one of those things where like I'm used to kind of having to like prove myself a little bit, but it's made me better in like a weird like twisted way.
I get that.
I
get that. So quick question. So who was like some music artists or some music styles that inspired you? Anywhere in your chronology.
Totally.
You can give me the chronology or pick your favorite stages.
It's funny, like music wise, like I've been playing drums my whole life, and just through like taking lessons, I was doing like classic rock. Like that was kind of where I started when I was like 12.
Journey and all that.
Like the Police, the Beatles, like truly like classic rock. Led Zeppelin is kind of like where I like started learning just like about like rhythm. And then once I got to college and I started like really like trying out this DJ thing, like it was just really new to me. I'm thinking back to like even just like 2015, 2016, it was like very like EDM heavy. Yeah. And
those were some EDM type of
Even
like hip hop, you would see it sneaking into hip hop.
Exactly, where like that was just like what like was popular, and just like I loved it. I got really into dance music when I was like during that time. And I started going to like festivals and stuff, and I started getting more into just like electronic music in general. And now that I'm just a little bit older, my tastes have like matured more. But like that's just kind of like where the influence started. Yeah, I was like super into like dance music.
So Journey and the Police and all that, like how would you come across them? Like how would you listen to it? How did you hear it or learn about them?
Well, so a lot of it was through my dad. Like he was a drummer, he was doing it. So that's just always been like what I like listening to. But in terms of like DJing, I would say like a lot of the influence of playing like funk music, jazz. I do a lot of jazz drumming, like that. I love you can like hear that in the music that I like to play, just because like I have those like the rhythm like influences and stuff like that.
So when you first touched a DJ controller, how did that come about? What led to that?
I was actually a DJ on my college radio station.
Shout out to college radio station.
Yeah, no, it was the best. Like that's how I met a lot of my best friends. Just literally just doing stuff like this. Just like talking shit on the air, playing music, and it was the best. It was so much fun. I was able to go to a lot of like local shows through the radio station. And like just that gave me more access to like live music, seeing other like DJs perform, and I was just like, I want to do that. Like that looks so fun, and like I think I'd be good at it, kind of thing. And then my like final semester of college, somehow got a job DJing at like one of like the local like college bars. And it was literally, it was just like a very chill Thursday night, but it gave me like a taste of it, and I was like, this is so much fun. Like I just want to do this. It was really fun. All my friends came out, and I was like, oh, this is actually something that I could do if I wanted to.
So what controller did you like? How did you know what controller to get? Did anybody advise you on it, or did you look it up real quick?
The internet is just like
it's fire, right?
Like it's just crazy that like I really didn't have any knowledge going into like the actual tools, like the like you said, like just like the mixers, the controllers, like it was just all really over my head. I didn't know anything about audio or just it felt like very overwhelming to me.
I feel you.
But the wild thing about like Pioneer kind of having like a monopoly over like all of the DJ equipment is that like
pretty similar.
Like it's all like pretty much laid out like here's how you start. Like okay, once you kind of figure your shit out, like here's the next step, like the next level, like this is the next, like it's pretty much just like all out there if you look for it. Like YouTube is like the most amazing resource. Like I never took DJ lessons. I kind of just like was like, this is the music I like to play. How can I make it happen, you know, in like a real way? And like it's just like it's all out there, which it comes back to that thing of like, is it too accessible? Maybe for like the wrong people, but it helped me. Only for the wrong people. It helped me just being like, this is something that I think I would like to do. I don't even know where to start, but I'm just gonna start Googling, and like now I'm like doing it like pretty often and getting paid for it, and it's fun, and like it really is that simple if you just like are into it, you know.
Right. So you looked up a controller, got it, or did you use the one that was already there?
That first gig, I used the one that was there. Didn't know what I was doing, just kind of winged it, and it was like truly just like a dumb bar gig, like at like a very college bar, but it gave me like a taste of it.
You giving me the warmest memories, flashbacks right
from
now.
Like when you first
I remember
started.
my first one. It's something about when you started, you hit that first song, you hear that on the speakers.
Yeah, and you're like, I'm doing that.
And it's like it's almost like, you remember that show, the Transformers? No, not Transformers, like you know, like the Mobile Suit Gundam, whatever. You know how they in the big robots, but it's like a person driving it. Cause like you push a button, and then these big old speakers and wires, and and it just comes on. That's what it felt like for me. And I hit it. I
did that.
This song sounds amazing on these speakers, bro. Mm-hmm. And then you could transition, like, and it's like it's something that. And then it's shout out to like you dropped a major key. Starting on like the slow nights, you know what I mean, at like a place that's not too like bougie about it.
Yeah,
they kind of open mind, liberal about it, because you know, message to people who's listening and interested in starting, or you're still in your early stages. Those are great ways and places to start. You know
exactly.
What I mean?
Yeah, I didn't feel too much pressure.
Yeah.
It was like super early on in the night before like the main club DJ came on.
Yeah.
Like I was kind of like opening for him. Yeah. The bar staff were really helpful in getting me like situated, and it was just like, I think because I felt so comfortable that first time doing it, it got me so excited to kind of keep exploring it, kind of thing. Yeah, and then I will say the pandemic was like a huge factor.
Where
shout
out to that pandemic, dog.
Like I had a taste of it in college, tried it once, was like super into it, and then like after living here in the city for like 2 years or so, I was like, you know, I could use a new hobby. Yeah. We were like fully in lockdown like last winter, and you know, I was just bored and was looking for something new to put my energy into, and like I said, the internet was there, and I was like, I think I'm gonna try to like actually get good at this thing that I like did a little bit a couple years ago. So really just like in the last like year and a half, I've like truly like gotten into it more.
So who, I guess like nowadays, you know, I like to think about, you know, so like who are some of the artists nowadays, or genres or whatnot, that has been exciting you the most as far as spinning these days?
Totally. I would say I have always loved Kaytranada, but he's like my main, like he's like everything to me.
He's my bassist too. Like.
Yeah, I love him so much.
He's my bassist for sure.
Like that's just like I've never done like production or anything like that. Like that's like totally over my head, but like when I think about the kind of music I like listening to and I like playing, like he's just kind of like the poster child for that. And I'm really excited. I've tried to see him a couple times and like unsuccessfully. Like one time I tried to see him at Gov Ball and it got rained out. Another time I tried to see him, got canceled because of the pandemic. So I am now seeing him at the Brooklyn Mirage next month, and like it's been on my calendar for like 6 months. Like I'm so excited. Like he is my inspiration and everything, and I'm so excited.
I forgot what was the first song I heard by Kaytranada. I think it was on the 99% album. 99.9%.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And I think it was that song Together. And I think I was in like an H&M dressing room, and I'm like, who the fuck is
this? Is actually amazing.
Because just like that great mix between house, disco, and then the way he just integrate R&B and rap in it.
Exactly.
You know,
it's just it has everything that like I love.
It captures the millennium perspective on house disco
100%.
Pretty well, I think. And then that you know, that put me on a Gold Link. Like I like Gold Link. Like I like what he does flow wise, like his delivery. But he kind of be getting on my nerves. He be pissing me off sometimes because I'm like, yo, you listen, because I'm a rapper. So like I can't help but listen to things with rapper ears sometimes. And I be like, this motherfucker ain't saying nothing, man.
I'm not gonna lie, I've never actually like I don't know a single lyric of his. I just know I like how he sounds in a Kaytranada song.
It's like, all right, you know what, fair enough, man. You know, you sound good in them type of tracks. I'm glad somebody doing it on the regular. So you're doing that. So that's cool, man. So So I just wanted to get people a peek on who Hope 808 is, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're on social media, right? Mm-hmm.
Instagram, Hope_808. Yeah, I'm still figuring out kind of like my own style because I'm so new to this, but like it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, yo. We appreciate your time, yo. We appreciate meeting you and having you in the community.
Thank you. Like, I love coming here so much, and like this is dope. This is really cool.
You already, yo. I'm gonna catch you and all that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo. Now a word from my sponsors. Oh, that's right. We ain't got none. Shout out to Dan Victor Does. Know what I mean? Mama, I love you. Huh?
It's coming out great.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to say, wonderful job.
Thank you, man.
We
that was lovely. That was so fun.
I think, just man behind the camera, just saying, trying to make sure that you guys sounded good and you guys really had a great conversation. I'd love to hear a little more because, truthfully, you've only been going for like, I don't know, 21 minutes.
Yeah, so I think that's a good start for now.
Yeah,
and then and since I already did the conclusion thing, I don't want to be like, oh, actually, you know what I mean? If anything, we can do another thing. We come back, at a future date and, revisit.
I would love that. Maybe you'll do a little live set a little bit later.
Yeah.
Literally anytime.
That's literally next.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, then let them know at home, the viewers at home.
Oh, gotcha.
Huh?
Let them know that that's what's going to happen.
Oh, are we live still right now?
We've never stopped.
Copy. Yo, so actually, I'm glad you got to hear a little bit of the pre-production you heard. That was all on purpose. You feel me? So Hope 808 in a few, probably about like close to 9 o'clock. She's going to hit us with a little DJ set. We're going to go live again. Right now we at Starr Bar, the one and only.
Maybe we should plug a little Starr Bar situation.
That's a great idea. You know what I'm saying? You showing the drink?
I said cheers.
Oh, yes, fat man. Cheers, B. You heard? One time. Also, for those who don't know, 1 second. So we do an open mic every Monday. Sign-in starts at 7. You feel me? All forms of performance is welcome, whether it's music, poetry, tap dancing, yodeling, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is you do, free entry, performers get a buy one, get one free. So definitely come through. And we're looking to have this on podcast platforms, so we'll follow up with that. And definitely get you some merch. Once we get our shit together, I'm going to get the link in the bio of this. You feel me? So we're going to hook you up. Otherwise, feel free to email us. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie, the DMs is a little crazy right now. Once we get a social media manager, we gonna handle that. But emails is the best. We appreciate you. We love you. We catch you later. You heard?
Okay, thanks, guys.
Thank you, man.
All right, so I was gonna say, we'll be back. So just stay tuned. Wait for the next stream. Thanks, guys.
Shit.
Cute.
And AI gang, good.